You know, you kind of carry with a chip on your shoulder for motivation, but you can't hold yourself. You have no regrets. Can't hold yourself to that. You just got to let it go and move on. There's nothing we can do about it now. I'm glad that we could respond in the right way. We responded the right way with the Notre Dame. I'm glad that we could finish with the bang for the older guys. So they can come out and end with a smile. Not really. I mean, I've been in this stadium multiple times in high school, so I've had some losses and some wins in here. It's pretty good. My comfort level really is just about getting the guys around me comfortable. I want to make sure the young guys that are stepping up into the guys that they got to fill the shoes of the older guys like Tate Martin. I just want to make those guys just as comfortable as possible because the best they play is the best that we can produce. But also too is just, it's the better they can play as just themselves. The more comfortable they are, that's the best that they're going to play just for themselves. And I want all our guys to make a name for themselves. I don't want them to be the next Tylen Wallace or the next Tate Martin. I want them to be, the next, Jay Bray or the next, Braden Johnson or Brendan Presley. I want them to be the best they am, not somebody else's shoes. So, the more comfortable I can get them to feel, it's just the better that they can play. And I'm just excited. Yeah, I try to focus on just getting better every day. It's like I've been saying all day today. This offseason, I've been focused a lot just on leadership mentally. It's just bringing those younger guys up because, their confidence isn't too high right now. They're making a couple mistakes here and there. And there's no point to get down on themselves. They're young. So my objective right now is just kind of just keeping a smile on their faces, keeping them in the best mood so they can just play at the best of their abilities and, play with a smile on their face and just have fun. They're here for a reason. They love to play this game, so. 100%. I'm not a talkative person. I'm not an outgoing. I don't reach a lot, but I'll do anything for those 11 guys around me, 22 or special teams, all those guys around me. So whatever I got to do to help us win is what I'm going to do. And it's really not even about us. It's like I was just saying a couple seconds ago. It's about those guys just playing to the best of their abilities. I want to see those guys play at the next level. They all have the chance to and the ability to. So why not? Uh, a lot of teams. I mean, I'm not pointing any fingers. I just don't like when people use it for recruitment. But that's what it is nowadays. It is what it is. We're just here to play ball. I mean, NIL is here to help us. It's helped quite a bit of people. We actually just got 2 NIL deals for our team, so I'm excited for that. Hopefully, it just brings a brighter future for college football. No, not necessarily. I couldn't. No, I couldn't really say so too much about that. The key to having fun is just playing loose. The most comfortable you feel, the better you play. If a guy's all anxious and stressed, he's not going to play the best ability. He's going to be worried about making a mistake, and then that's going to cause, other mistakes down the road that they just don't need to happen. And I just believe that if I can get my young guys to the best mental state for each game, they're going to play to the best of their abilities. And that's not even just for receivers or guys that are helping the offense. That's special teams, that's defense, that's everybody. So. It's just about comfort levels. I would say to really help me, it probably kicked in last year, because I play with a lot of emotion. I just don't like losing. I'm a very competitive player, so I don't like mistakes or anything like that. So it really just kind of played a big role for me last year, just kind of keeping my emotions to myself. Maintaining a smile on my face and doing whatever I can just to help the people around me. Yeah, I like playing with tempo. I like the defense on their heels. I like to keep them guessing. The more I keep you guessing, the more I can keep you on your heels. You don't know what to call, you don't know what to say. So better I can keep you, just edgy. You got to make quick play calls because I can move the offense. I can move the offense pretty fast. So as long as we can keep moving pretty fast, you got to get that play call out there pretty quick. And then sometimes it's not always right, and then we get the coverage we want, and then we throw a touchdown for 60 yards. So playing with tempo definitely has an advantage. I hope we can play with a lot more tempo this season, and I'm pretty excited because I feel as if we are, and I'm just excited, as what we can display as a team. Uh, well, I've been in this offense for 4 years, so I'm pretty comfortable with the playbook. So, when something kind of comes at me from this playbook, I kind of know it very well. So, the faster I get at knowing that, the faster I can run that, and the faster I can run that is the faster I can set up the offense. So, it's really just about timing with the defense. We can get in a formation and have a play ran within 4 seconds. That's hard for a defensive coordinator to call plays on that, and it just kind of just it creates holes. It creates just things that we need. It was really what I'm talking about right now. The older guys really kind of played a big role for me. They kind of stepped in. Like we're right there behind you on that pylon. We made a dive for it, and then we were a couple inches off. There was a lot of guys. I didn't have the best game in that game, and there's a lot of guys that told me, it's not your fault. Which obviously I'm gonna blame myself. You can't have 4 turnovers in one game and expect your team to win. So I was pretty down on myself, but there's a lot of older guys that were above me. You saying, we wouldn't be here without you. We really needed you, and it kind of created like an image for me of, they created an image of myself, just kind of bringing myself to my own comfort zone. You're gonna make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. And there's gonna be people that still hate me till this day because of that game. But I kind of carry the chip on my shoulder, put a smile on my face, and I wake up. I call my mom every day, and then I go to work. And we just get better each and every day. They're just like it's like a club, like a kind of like a behind the scenes kind of thing that the players run, and they're just kind of like keeping close contact with the fans. I guess kind of like what we're doing a little bit. I don't. Pokes of Purpose. I'm actually the ambassador for. That's actually, it's a great program. So I partner with a charity, and I just raise money for them, and just do whatever I can to raise awareness for them as well. I spend time at the daycare with them, at recess, stuff like that. Just do whatever I can to put a smile on those kids' faces because I was blessed with the life that I had, and they weren't as blessed as I was. But I'm blessed to wake up every day. So why not take 5 seconds out of my day to make somebody else's day? Yeah, that's just a team deal too as well. But that's just for everybody. That's just like behind the scenes, like kind of short video clips of like what we do, our free time, in the locker room, off the field, on the field, kind of thing. I guess the fans get kind of like an inside scoop. The players get to, the players that don't get to make as much money as players who do play or don't play, or wish they played as much as they do, or something like that. It just raises money for them, and I really feel like that's good. It makes them feel important because whether you're on scout team or whether you play every snap, you're important to the team because, like I said, we wouldn't be in the Big 12 championship without the scout team, and stuff like that. So it's good to make sure those guys know that they're important, just as if if you're starting. Just because you're starting doesn't make you any different than anybody else in the field. Say that one more time. Uh, so basically, they help us just with like public appearance. How to throw ourselves out there, how to work it. How to use it, how to use society. Against society, basically, and basically just raise money. Like how it works and little things like that. They look great. I'm excited what they can display over. I'm excited what they can display over fall camp. I'm excited to see what everybody's got. Really, though, I feel like we got a lot of potential. We got a lot of great guys up there. So those guys just, they kind of just added to the list. So we just kind of just adding bullets to the chamber. Braylon's he's definitely more quiet. I haven't really got to know him too well yet, but I mean, he's obviously he's a phenomenal athlete. I mean, he's a Presley. That's well known in that family. But no, he's pretty good. You know, we've thrown a couple times. You know, we've been through a couple metabolics. I haven't got seen too much of him. I've heard him talk maybe here and there. I mean, he looks like he's a great kid. He's got a good personality. So hopefully I get to know him. Obviously, I'll get to know him more and more as the season goes by. But as so far, you know, he looks like a great kid. Really, Brock. Well, I was gonna wear my hat, but it's in Texas, so I can't. Say that one more time. I'm so sorry. I mean, really, it's kind of what the defense gives us. You know, we've always been real dangerous in the slot, and I feel like teams really know that because it's for safeties. I feel like safeties have a harder time covering than corners because corners, that's more their job. Safeties have more of a job of covering and playing the run at the same time, so they're not focused so much on coverage. So really, it's kind of just what they give us. You know, if BP goes out and has a hell of a year and he's MVP of the receivers, then that's what it is. You know, that's what the defense gives us. But you know, you just take what the defense gives us and can't get greedy, and you just, like I said, take what they give us. I don't really can't speak too much on that. I mean, yeah, he's only just going to keep getting better and better. I mean, I know you've seen him jump over the two defenders versus Iowa State to make a touchdown catch going in the second half. So, I mean, like I said, his confidence is just growing and growing, and as higher as that gets, it's just the better he's going to play. So it's like I was saying earlier, it's a comfort level thing, you know. The better he feels, you know, the better he's going to play. You know, the better we can build a brotherhood between each other, you know, the better that we're going to have a good connection. It's kind of like what you just mentioned. You know, if you're going to give him one-on-one, my money's on Jaden. You know, I feel like he's going to win. You know, he's a very talented guy. He's worked his tail off all off season. You know, he's got real big. He's got real familiar with the playbook. You know, he's got real familiar on just how to run the routes, how to get himself open. You know, it's not just about speed and just being the best receiver out there. It's just about knowing your job, knowing the corner leverage, and just knowing what you're getting yourself into. It's really just about preparation. I feel like he prepares very well. He's always been a phenomenal athlete. You know, it's just about displaying it. 100%. You know, but honestly, I could say my whole four cross are go-to guys. I mean, you're going to come across new faces each year. I mean, unless you just got that one team that's got 11 or 10 returning starters. But I mean, you're going to have young guys that come in regardless. So really, it's like I said earlier, it's just comfort levels. You know, as long as we can get everybody in the same comfort level, it doesn't matter if you're a freshman or doesn't matter if you're a senior. You get the job done, you're going to play. So it's not about being young or being old, or it's about what can you do and what do you want to do. You know, you can do anything you want to put your mind to. No, I mean, I feel like they're going to get off to a great start. You know, I didn't obviously get off to a great start, when I first started playing, but I feel like Coach Mason, he's very talented. I feel like he knows the game, very well, and we kind of ran the same familiar defense as Knowles, so it's kind of just like it's more of like a pickup, but I mean, it's obviously changing. Like it's his, it's his playbook. It's his defense. So he's gonna have like clicks here and there. But I mean, all in all, cover one is cover one. Cover two is cover two. It's all the same. It's just, it matters about the little knickknacks that you change. I think they're going to hold themselves to high standards, just because of what we did last year as a defense. The defense was phenomenal. You don't see defenses playing like that throughout the year. So really, I mean, it's exciting, because I feel like these young guys are just hungry. They're tired of hearing about replacing Malcolm Rodriguez's shoes and Devin Harper's shoes. They want to fill their own shoes. They want to make a name for themselves, and so I'm really just excited for them to display what they can do. When you see BP up here, just ask him how much bigger he got since last year. I mean, that should really answer your question, but he really produces a lot of athletes. If you look at a lot of athletes that came in their freshman year and then left their senior year, they don't look the same. It's for me. It's weird because everybody's young. I mean, even if Shane stayed, everybody was younger. But Shane knew the playbook kind of how I did. Now it's kind of up in the air. So it's kind of just like I'm in a teaching phase. Like I'm a teacher. It's kind of cool. But I see how my coach gets mad at me when I mess up because it's just like telling this and then you do this and then stuff like that. So honestly, it's fun though because I learn just as much from Coach Rattay as I do, Gunner and Garrett. I learn just as much from him as I do him just because I can just learn little things. Garrett he's a very athletic quarterback. Gunner is an athletic quarterback as well. They do things that amaze me every day in practice, and that's just off of, I've been playing football for a long time, and they still do things that I haven't seen. So I'm willing to listen whether, you're younger than me or older than me, and I'm willing to help you if you want my help. I mean, coaches is fun, but I don't think I could be a coach because once that first athlete gets mad at me, I'm probably gonna like blow up or something. I don't want to do that. No, I probably wouldn't be a coach just because of really time consuming. Like, because I know if I really got into coaching, like I'd take it very serious. And when I have a family, I want to make sure I'm there for my family and with my family because I already see how these coaches go through and not being there for their families and stuff like that. And I'm not saying they're not there. Like, don't throw me out on public media or something like that saying they're not there. But it's just so much time and dedication that you have to put into it. So it's just like, do I want to do this? And it's not about, do I want to do it? I know I can do it. I would want to do it, but same time, your kids are only young once, and they only live one life, and I only live one life. Yeah. So I used to just be the vocal guy, when things were bad, but now it's just about, when things are good or things are normal. It's just about building relationships. Some guys may not be as comfortable with everybody and may not be as open. So the best I can get everybody together, and kind of bring us together and kind of bond together is just that's what I want to do, and it's not so much of a focus on like, we're down by 3, let's go out here, let's give them a nice pep talk. It's about in summer workouts, I was in this Big 12 game here, a couple months ago. I want to get there again. So it's about explaining to those guys, like I've been in that game. I know what it takes. Like there's guys in here that are around you that know what it takes. I want the best for all of us. So I'm gonna push these guys around me, to get there. So it's just about being vocal with the right things sometimes. And I know I'm not the best leader. Don't get me wrong, but at some point in time, it's kind of fun though. You kind of put a smile on your face because you can see the connections that you're building. Probably keyword for that would probably be momentum. We feel like we're very confident in our play. Like I was saying earlier, we lost some older guys, but we're going to step into those shoes. But it's really about the best that I can do to bring us together, and the best that we can do as a team to bring us together. Because a lot of this is just not about me. It's about a team. It's played about 11 guys on offense. So really, kind of the best that we can bond together as a team, and communicate with each other. It's not just me. The young guys can communicate to me like, I don't like this. Like this used to be this way. So, but I like it this way. So as long as we can just communicate together, I feel like we can just really kind of come together and bring my experience into it, and then I can give an output of kind of, what I think about it and what I feel about it, and then we'll go from there. Oh, uh, probably just, I don't know, just kind of being the best leader. I want somebody to look at me and say, I want my personality to kind of be like him, when I get older. But, I want somebody else to be better than me, be better than I was. So really, I mean, just leading other people around you to be successful. Bedlam is definitely an exciting game. I try not to focus so much on different games, but obviously that's a rival. So for the environment, it's a complete change. But as a team, we prepare the same as if it was Kansas State, Kansas, or any other team in the conference. And so, but obviously coming out on top after the game, it feels good. They've been talking crap for quite some time, and it just kind of feels good to finally get a win under our shoulders. And like I said, it was an exciting game just because of the environment. I've never been surrounded like an environment like that, and just 70,000 people just screaming. What do you mean went away? Like Bedlam, like, I mean, don't take this personal, but I mean, you went away. I mean, I can't. I'm not gonna sit here and beg for it. It was a fun game while it lasted. If they want to go to the SEC, go ahead, go to the SEC. That's your plan. We're still gonna prepare to win. Every Big 12 championship every year and try to get in the Final Four.